when I got back to my law office a couple of days after the march, okay, what I was doing, your listeners, I don't want to take them through a lot of complicated stuff, but there's something called common law copyright.
Okay.
Okay? I was protecting his common law copyright. But in order to be able to apply for subsequent copyright protection under the statute, the copyright statute with the Register of Copyright, you have to be sure that you still have the copyright to the material that you're now asking to get a statutory copyright protection. If for any way, if you've published or if your material, while it was in so-called common copyright period, was published or be deemed to have been in the public domain, then you are deprived from being able to receive statutory copyright protection.
Okay.
So when I got back to my office a couple of days later after the march, in fact, I was filling out the application to send to the Office of Copyright.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the Register of Copyright, and I'm filling out the form, and I'm saying, and this says title, Speech of Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. to the March on Washington. Okay, and my law partner, God rest his soul, David Lubell, brilliant young lawyer, along with his brother Jonathan. He says, Clarence. He says, what kind of title is that? I said, well, that's the name of this. No.
It doesn't have much of a ring to it.
No, that has nothing to do with the ring. He says, everybody, all the press, every newspaper, every television is calling it the I Have a Dream speech. That's what you should call it.
Right.
So in the title of what I was applying for statutory copyright protection, I called it the I Have a Dream speech. Little did I know how important that would be until about, I don't know, a week or 10 days after the march. I'm just walking down some New York street, Lower Broadway, and I'm hearing Dr. King's recorded speech from the March on Washington.
Yeah.
And the first thing that struck me, I said, wow, boy, Barry Gordy really moves fast. You know? I said, boy, how many did you get that out? And then the quality, there's something about the quality. I said, well, maybe in the haste of getting it out, he didn't give me quality. Then I said, no, Barry Gordy, when he's a consummate. And I go in, I said, that can't be Motown.
Yeah.
I said,
it's like a bootleg. It's a bootleg copy.
And I walked in and I looked, and it was a bootleg copy.
Yeah.
Okay? And it was put out by a company called Mr. Maestro, part of 20th Century Fox. I go back to my office and I call 20th Century Fox. Oh, of course we can use this. It's in the public domain.
I said, now it isn't in the public domain, right?
Oh, no. Excuse me. The copyrighted I Have a Dream speech, I don't know, but I suspect it's probably the most valuable literary property in the King estate.
Yeah.